fight fans, we got ourselves some crazy fight announcements that happened over the weekend, even prior to the weekend. So I'm a little late to the party, so I'm sure you guys already heard of it. But if you haven't, here's some pretty good fight news that's happening. We got Marlon Chito Vera taking on Henry Cejudo in UFC 292, I believe it is, in Boston. We got ourselves one hell of a bantamweight fight. You know, you got Henry Cejudo, who came off a very close razor-thin decision loss to Aljamain Sterling, the champion. And you got Marlon Chito Vera, who just pretty much had an off night against Corey Sandman Sandhagen. I believe that fight was back in March, I want to say, somewhere around that time frame. But yeah, these two guys are coming off losses, and they desperately want to get back into that title contention win challenge. And so, yeah, this is definitely a must-win for both of these guys. You got Henry, who definitely wants to become that bantamweight champion again, and you got Chito Vera, who wants to even challenge for that bantamweight championship. So I'm definitely looking forward to that fight, guys, 100%. You know, Henry Cejudo, we all thought that he was going to actually face Merab, who is pretty much the number one contender and Aljamain's very close friend. But we heard that Merab actually hurt his hand. I believe he has hand surgery, and most likely is going to be out for the rest of the year. Chito Vera, we knew he was going to face somebody. He already faced Sandhagen, who's probably another, I guess you could say, number two, maybe number one contender as well in the bantamweight division. But, you know, hey, this is actually a really good test for him and a really good step up for him. He doesn't necessarily have to fight backwards in the ranking. This is a really good challenge for him, and really good challenge for both of them. You know, you got Marlon, who is really good with his hands, really good with his feet, and also really good with his takedown defense and such. But you got Henry Cejudo, was of course the former champion, the Olympic gold medalist, and is definitely an all-around great fighter himself. So definitely looking forward to that one. Also, you got yourself Corey Sandhagen taking on the unranked Umar Nurmagomedov. Umar, who is basically, I believe, a part of the clan with Habib and Islam and all them over there in the AKA. You know, he's, you know, pretty much not necessarily a newcomer, but hasn't fought anybody ranked, where he's going to be taking on the number one contender, in my point of view, the number one contender in Corey Sandhagen. And this is going to be a very tough fight for Umar to take on, because yeah, again, he's not fought anybody close, but we don't know. Maybe this guy's actually really ready to take on all the challengers in the bantamweight class, or maybe he's not quite ready. We'll find out. But this is actually a very, very tough test for Corey, and this is also a very a high risk for Corey, because again, he's not facing anybody that's in the top 10. He's facing somebody that's ranked number 11. So he's like literally one step away from fighting for the championship. Possibly could be the number one man. Possibly could be, with Merab being hurt, he can actually be the next person in line for that championship belt. But right now he's not. Right now he's or Merab being hurt, and with the belt being on the line against Aljamain and Sean O'Malley in August, he wants to probably face somebody. He wants to keep himself busy. So he is taking on Umar Nurmagomedov, ranked at number 11. So this is going to be a very interesting fight. Very interesting fight, and I can't wait to see that fight. Another fight that got announced is by far one of probably the most action-packed fights, one of the most fun fights we're going to see probably this year, which is Max Holloway versus the Korean Zombie. Believe it or not, these two have not faced each other. These two have not even stepped in the octagon with each other, whether it was in the WEC, whether it was in the UFC. These guys have not ever touched gloves with each other. So now we get to see it. We get to see Max Holloway, who is pretty much first ballot Hall of Famer, against Korean Zombie, who is also should be a Hall of Famer, because God, is this guy tough? Is this guy like literally must see TV? 100%. And this is going to be a battle. 100% battle, and I can't wait for see this. I don't think it's a great matchup for Korean Zombie. You know, Max Holloway is just in a different world. He's just in a different class. He's in a different division. He's just on a different planet compared to all these other guys outside of Alexander Volkanovski, of course. Everybody else is just literally unfortunately don't even come close to Max Holloway. Max Holloway is just, I really wish he would go to the lightweight division, personally. I don't think there is anything left for him to prove in the featherweights. He is definitely going down as one of the featherweight GOATs, as one of the three kings, in my personal opinion, when it comes to featherweights. You got Volkanovski, you got Jose Aldo, and you got Max Holloway. You know, those guys literally ran the division for years and years and years and years. I think those are your only champions ever since the division actually came around, except aside from obviously Conor McGregor, of course, who only won the belt but never defended it. But as far as the legends and as far as the champions go, you got those three, 100%, hands down. But again, aside from that, I'm very much looking forward to this fight. I'm very much excited for this fight. I'm sure this, if Max Holloway would win, more likely, I feel like he would. He might get the next shot at the featherweight strap, but that's yet to be determined. Another fight that got announced is the return of Ciryl Gane against Sergey Spivak. We already know Ciryl Gane. Unfortunately, he had himself a little bit of a hiccup, well, I won't even say a little bit. It was pretty bad loss that he had to Jon Jones this past March. It was not even close. It was not even disputed. It was nothing. It was just Jon Jones pretty much took him down at will, like a big brother does to a little brother, and pretty much choked him out. No, not even choked him out. Pretty much submitted him. Submitted him with ease. With ease. So I know Ciryl Gane wants to come back and do something. Ciryl Gane wants to show everybody like, hey, you know what? That was just a complete off night for me. I am getting better. I'm going to continue getting better. And I do want to get another chance at that strap for a third time. He had a chance against Francis Ngannou, lost. Had a chance against Jon Jones, lost. So of course he's going to have to work his way back up. And this is where he starts, against Spivak. Spivak is coming off a fresh submission win over Derek Lewis, sorry. Drew a little blank on that name. We already know Derek Lewis, the big black beast. He is definitely one hell of a monster, but Spivak was able to submit him, no problem. So this is also a good test. Spivak actually had a loss to Tom Aspinall, who is another rising up-and-comer in the heavyweight division. So this is going to be a little bit of an interesting fight for both these guys. I don't think this has title contention written on it because of the fact that the way Ciryl Gane lost, but this could definitely be a good step up for both these guys. Well, there you have it, guys. We got some interesting fight announcements that's going to be taking place this summer leading into the fall. So it's going to be a very fun fights that we have happening to us. So, guys, let me know what your favorite fight is. Let me know what fight you're looking forward to most. Like, subscribe, hit that notification button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.